Where are you from, Erik? Erik Brickarp, everybody? From?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Linköping, Sweden.
Where in Sweden?
Linköping.
Linköping?
Linköping.
See, I can't even say it.
Keep trying.
Linköping?
Kind of in between Stockholm and
No, am I
Gothenburg.
saying it right? I don't care where it is. It's in Sweden.
It's
Sweden's
good
like
enough.
the size of this room.
I don't expect too much from you, Paul, so that's what's good enough.
Linköping?
That's fair. Low expectations.
Close?
Good enough.
It's like I'm saying Madison, right?
No, but
No,
it was
it's-
good enough.
Uh,
I liked it.
fair enough.
So making learning my top priority.
Yes.
Very popular topic area with our community,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So you said you bailed from a conference. What's the story with that?
Well, in 2012, I heard about Let's Test. Sounded like a really cool idea. And it was close. It was like 2 hours from home.
Located in Röna, Sweden, just outside Stockholm.
That was a great way to say it. I never heard that before. But good enough. Um,
Why do you do these things?
I'm trying to say Röna, but how do you say Röna?
Runa. Runa.
See? That's
Runa.
a lot better.
That was easy.
Röna.
Yeah,
Röna.
that was better.
Thank you.
You're getting closer.
It still sucks, I
Yeah,
can
it's
tell.
terrible.
I forgot what it was. But yeah,
It was in Röna, Sweden. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
different, where you were speaking. You were invited to Let's Test conference.
Yeah, and it was like it sounded like a really cool idea. So I pretty much prepared myself to just bash into my manager's office and demand he sent me to this conference. But I started to think about all the what ifs. What if I mess up? What if I make a bad impression on people like Paul Holland or some other
That'll never
fairly
It's really hard to make a bad
kinda
impression
cool
on me.
person?
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah.
those other people.
Back then, yeah, I thought you were cool.
Thank you.
It's changed since then.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, changing impressions.
Still nice.
Oh, okay. Nice, but not cool.
Nice, but not cool. No, but
I guess I'm okay with that.
But I mean, so I never went. I never even tried to go to the conference, and then now I'm here as a speaker.
But
So
you
what
went to
changed?
Let's Test this year.
Yeah, I did. That was great.
Was
It was
that your
good,
first conference?
That was my first conference.
So what changed?
Wait a second. You'd already applied to speak here
Yeah.
before you went to your
Yeah.
first conference.
And it was my
I just realized the math there. That's because yeah. So you actually
8
you
months.
hold on. You backed out of just attending Let's Test last year.
Yes.
Not even as a speaker. You just didn't want to go to a testing
No, that was
conference.
scary. Yeah.
And then this year, you applied to speak here and you attended Let's Test.
Yes.
Wow. And what made you change your mind? That was your question, right?
Indeed.
I'm going to steal it.
That's fine.
A lot of things happened right after Let's Test that kind of made me want to do new things. So
Let's Test last year.
Let's Test 2012. Yes.
Okay.
So basically, the main thing was it kind of started to hurt to make excuses about things. So I had to either face whatever it was, or I could, admit the actual reason, which sometimes was fine, but not daring to do things was just not good enough for me, I think. Or at least it wasn't really nice to admit that. So if it didn't work to make an excuse and didn't work to say, yeah, I don't dare to do that, I simply had to do it. And I started to do things I hadn't done before, and suddenly I realized it wasn't that scary. So
What sort of things were you doing?
I was maybe one of the most scary things I answered yes to was being coached in front of my computer by a Finnish tester who had just finished the rapid software testing course.
And that tester's name was?
Was Pekka Marjamäki, Pexi.
That's
Excellent tester.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah,
Don't even try.
No, I'm not even going there.
I'm probably saying it wrong as well, so
Oh, okay.
that's okay.
Oh,
That's
well,
'cause
then
he's
we're all on the
Finnish.
same
Yeah.
page then.
Yeah. I guarantee
I wouldn't
I'd
say
it wrong.
same page, but
That's right.
Not
Same
that
book.
bad.
We're in the same book.
Yeah, fair enough.
no, but that was really scary.
Were you on the Twitter last year before you went to?
I was on
Let's Test?
Twitter before Let's Test. I had 6 months before that. I had a wake-up call when I was offered a job, and I just realized when preparing for that interview that I know absolutely nothing about testing, and I claimed I had 5 years of testing experience, so I must be an excellent tester, which is kind of a bad combination. So
Overconfidently bad tester.
yeah. So I basically just started to browse for anything that would give me some kind of quick answers I could just threw up on an interview.
Sabina was just talking about that, throwing up.
Yeah, sorry, you don't use that kind of term in
No,
English.
not often.
I could-
Regurgitate.
I would
which is
just
similar,
use
but
them.
Anyway.
Yeah, true.
So, who did you find as you did the search? Who?
First, I found the certification Erweitergeber syllabus.
Nice.
Yes.
That must have been very painful.
Actually, it was. I remember reading it, and I remember coming to a point where I thought, if this is testing, I don't want to do testing.
Nice.
So,
Ooh,
but luckily,
someone tweet that. The ISTQB syllabus. If this is testing, then I don't want to do that. Erik Brickarp.
So where did you go
Quote.
from there?
So basically, I
was-
I picked up on the word exploratory testing, and I Googled that and ended up watching James Bach's open lecture on software testing, and that completely blew my mind. That was exactly what I wanted to do. So from there, I just kept reading, and I found all the other people like Paul Holland and other more brilliant people. And
More brilliant people,
Indeed,
like
more brilliant.
Yeah, far more brilliant than me, like
You haven't-
Michael,
you haven't
Michael
enough-
Bolton.
Your confidence is high enough right now.
Yeah, you don't.
I think someone had to take you down a bit.
Right.
I'm
No
doing
kidding.
my best.
See,
And
he
it's,
knows.
it's working. Oh, he knows.
He knows.
My
That's not
stomach
that hard.
just swells whenever people talk about me. It's not my head. My head's the same size, but my stomach is getting bigger.
Anyway,
Sorry, it's not about me. It's not about.
Um,
It's about Erik.
but I kept looking into things. But I found myself in a position right when when I bailed out, that I read about all these things, but I didn't really commit to it because there was a stop. I could read about things, say, this is cool, but I could come to work and someone said, you can't do that. And I would just stop and take a step back.
And execute test cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Sad.
Pass-fail ratios.
Wow.
So
That hurts.
basically that silly thing that suddenly I couldn't use excuses put me in a completely new position.
Nice. Are you with the same company that you used
Nope.
to have to?
Nope.
There's a shot.
Actually, the reason I'm here is Maria Scheremo, my current manager. She challenged me before I was formally
you said that
employed,
really
but I hadn't
quickly.
started.
That was Maria.
Maria
Scheremo.
Scheremo.
So it sounded like one word there. I just want to
sorry.
let everybody know that Maria.
Sorry.
not Maria Ramo,
Maria.
Yes.
Maria.
Is your manager.
She's my manager.
That's
a
awesome.
great manager.
She's a great person. I
oh,
like
yes.
Maria.
So
Hopefully she's listening and heard me say that.
she will in
She'll
retrospect.
check it out on YouTube.
She'll
She'll play it
hopefully-
many times.
Yeah, the YouTube, I'm going to quote that. Yeah, I'm just going to get that little overlay over and over. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but she challenged me. She sent a tweet retweeting Louise Perrault. That name I can't pronounce, but Louise.
No, it's fine. Louise Perot, you did a great job.
Thank you. She retweeted her tweet about sending in an abstract and said, I challenge you to send in an abstract to a cast. And
That's very
I
cool.
was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. It will not be selected, but I mean, it could be cool to try to write
it
an
will not be
abstract.
like, as he sits here.
As he sits here,
Yeah.
a guest.
Shit happens. That's the moral of the story.
Okay, I got to ask you then. Okay, you still had never attended a testing conference. And how did you feel when you got you have been selected?
That's a cool story because I didn't first. I
You never
heard,
found out. It's
I-
still new to him.
yeah, this is surprising. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I just hope I don't have to pay for anything. No, basically what happened was everyone was starting to announce on Twitter that, I'm going to be speaker for CAST. And I was feeling, I would have liked to be that because I had some hints that at least they considered my speech. And then I checked my spam folder like 3 days after it was announced, and I found an email from the conference or program board. So
That's hilarious.
so I don't trust Gmail as much anymore as I used to do.
So if you were going to give advice to new speakers, it would be find out where the acceptance email may come from and put that on the green list or the
That's a good advice.
don't go to spam, the not junk list.
That's a good advice. Usually I just press empty everything or remove everything, but this time for some reason I stopped that extra movement and just read through the list. I think I had in the back of my head, but I should be there, so maybe I'm in that list.
Why did they not pick me? What is wrong
Yeah.
with these people?
Exactly.
But also, I mean, my first abstract.
They took me. How could they not take him?
I had basically 3 evenings to prepare a whole abstract and think up a topic and all that stuff. So first, and I have 3 kids, 3, 2, and basically newborn at the time. So
So you have lots
so
of time.
I have no
Lots of
time
time.
at all. So
3
first,
o'clock in the morning when he's up doing a diaper change. Oh, let me work on my abstract.
but so I had the evenings, basically 3 evenings to prepare an abstract and come up with a topic. So I had 3 topics I chose between, and it sounded like the most reasonable one to make a presentation of. I made my first abstract. I sent it to Maria for review, and she replied, well, it's a good start, but it's not a good abstract. I mean, I don't know what you will be talking about, and it sounds like the topic you will cover is huge, so I don't think you can do that presentation. Basically, something like that. And I tried again, and the other one was very informative and really boring. And the third one, I wrote it really late. I changed everything, and I cut off like, I don't know, 80% of the material I had prepared for before.
I'm going to introduce myself.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And it was done too late, so I couldn't even get a review for it. So I just sent it in late in the night in Sweden. And I was just crossing my fingers it wasn't completely bullshit, because I hadn't even have enough time to read it through to know if it was bullshit. So.
And here you are.
And
Here
here
you
I
are.
am.
Congratulations
Sometimes
on being
fate
selected.
has really a strange way of making things happen.
Indeed, indeed.
If you could be a type of transportation,
Oh, nice.
what type of transportation would you be and why?
I would probably be a train in Sweden. We are never on time, but we're quite quick to move forward, so I think that's me.
Late
enough?
but fast.
Fast but late.
Fast but late.
Fair
That's
enough.
what she said.
Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for
coming in,
joining
Erik.
us.
Take care.